Hey Gen Xers, if you've ever thought AI is kind of hit or miss, this video is for you because it's not the tool, it's the way you're using it. Same AI, same business, different output every time. That's not randomness, that's lack of a system. And today I'm going to show you how to fix that without buying anything new. Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Lisa, and I help Gen X business owners figure out what to do with AI and what not to do. If you're into no BS talk, no razzle dazzle fanciness, hit the subscribe button so you can follow along. In the last video, we talked about giving AI a job description, not help with marketing, not optimize operations, but a real job description. Today, we're taking that one step further because assigning AI a job is step one. Turning that job into a repeatable system, that's step two. And this is where most people kind of fall off with things. Here's what I see a lot of Gen X business owners doing, business owners in general. They open ChatGPT or Claude or whatever tool they're using. On Monday, they type, write a newsletter about productivity. On Thursday, they open it up and they type, draft an email about time management for entrepreneurs. And then next week, they open it up, start a new chat, help me write something inspirational for small business owners. That's not a workflow, that's freestyling. And then when the output varies, they think this tool is unreliable. It's not unreliable. Your inputs are. They're inconsistent. If you change instructions every time, you get different results every time. That's not AI being flaky. It can be in certain ways, but that's not it. That's you improvising. We would never run payroll that way. We wouldn't invoice that way. We wouldn't manage a team that way. But for some reason with AI, we treat it like a jam session instead of a system. You don't need enterprise software. You don't need some 47-step complicated automation. You need a microsystem, just three pieces. The first, you need to define what good actually looks like. Pick one job. Let's stick with the weekly emails since that's a pretty common thing for most business owners. Before you even open your AI tool, define what makes this email good. One main idea, 400 to 600 words, conversational tone, one clear call to action, one clear takeaway, no corporate buzzwords, no fluff. Now you've defined quality. Most people skip this step. They just ask AI to write me something. That's like saying, make it good. Good how? You need a target. AI performs so much better when the target is super, super clear. The second thing, create yourself a reusable prompt template. This is where the consistency comes from. Quick side note, when I say prompt, I just mean the instructions you give the AI tool you're using. That's it. A prompt is simply how you tell it what you want it to do. If you change the instructions every time, you'll get different results every time. So instead of typing something new every week, create a base template that you can keep using. For example, act as a strategic but conversational advisor to Gen X business owners. Write a 500-word email about whatever your topic is. Tone should be direct, slightly sarcastic, no corporate jargon, include one clear insight, one practical takeaway, and one call to action. Avoid any fluff, avoid corporate buzzwords and jargon. That's your base. That's it. Now, each week, you only change the topic. You're not reinventing the structure, you're just plugging in the variables. That's how systems reduce friction. I'll put that prompt down in the comments so you've got that if you want to use it. It's the difference between writing from scratch and filling in a framework. We grew up with templates. We understand structure. This is just applying that logic to AI. The third thing I think you can do is create a review checklist. This is the part that turns AI draft into usable assets. Before you hit publish, ask, does this sound like me? Is the argument clear and sound? Is there one main idea? Is there fluff that I can 86? Is the call to action obvious? That's your filter. AI generates, but you refine. That division of labor really matters. When you do this consistently, something super interesting starts happening. The output starts getting better. because your inputs are stable and it's learning you. So, what does this look like when you kind of skip all this and don't do it? You open up your AI tool, you wing the prompt, you get something okay ish, you heavily edit it, you feel vaguely unsatisfied, you assume the tool is inconsistent. It's not inconsistent. You are. And look, I don't mean that as an insult, not at all. We're all here learning together. I mean that as an operational observation. Undefined processes create unpredictable output. That's true in any system, including using AI. So, what does this look like when you do it? You open your save template. You can create that as a GPT. We'll get to that another point, or just save it in a document. You plug in this week's topic. You get a draft that's probably 70-75% aligned with what you want to say almost immediately. You tighten it up, you publish it, the time used drops, the friction drops, the confidence increases. That's the leverage. Not because AI got smarter, but because you stopped improvising. We're Gen X, we're used to checklists. We've had SOP binders from back in the day. Dude, we had the OG trapper keepers. We love systems. This isn't about becoming robotic, just the opposite. It's about becoming repeatable. So here's the play for this week. Take the one job that you had assigned from the last video, that task that you wanted to evaluate. Create a clear definition of what good looks like, one reusable base prompt. I'll put the one that I gave you earlier in the comments. A simple, very, very simple 4 to 5 point review checklist. That's it. You just turned AI from a novelty into a system, and systems are where our real leverage lives. If you want some help with that, grab your AI Clarity Starter Bundle from the link below. That'll help you get started with things. It's super easy, it's free, so just grab that. Next time, we are going to talk about when AI shouldn't be involved at all, because that's the other mistake that I keep seeing constantly. So be sure you subscribe so we can come hang out again. And in the meantime, keep in mind AI is not unreliable. Undefined, random non systems are. And as Biggie said, got my Biggie shirt on. As Biggie said, if you don't know, now you know.